Hello, this is Maxim from DecoSpine, and today I would like to talk about unique feature of our inversion table, and that would be the frictionless surface. So this feature make this table, DecoSpine table, stand out and make it so different, so unique compared to any other inversion table on the market. As you can see, the surface made of small balls. There's over 700 small balls on the surface, and every single ball is able to rotate freely and independently from each other balls on the surface. And what does it mean? It means that the body placed on the surface able to move in any direction, and when we start reclining the table, the body of the person who is using the table would be able to slide over the surface even in light inclination. I'm going to show you that on a few examples. Right now we have two weight plates which are placed on our inversion table. And one plate is placed on the frictionless surface and can easily slide down or up the surface. Another plate is placed on the pillow. The pillow is made out of the vinyl leather, which kind of represent most of the inversion table because they're made from the leather, vinyl, sometimes from the plastic. And we're going to see what's going to happen to our weights. We're going to start reclining the table. You can see, even at light inclination, our weight plate starts rolling on the surface. Because it's frictionless surface, the body can easily move in any directions. And the more we're going to recline the table, the more pulling force going to apply to our plate because of the gravity. You see, the higher inclination is, the faster the plate is moving over the surface. We're going to remove our plate from the frictionless surface and we'll leave the plate on the pillow and continue reclining the table. I don't want to fall from such a height, so I'm going to place it on the low pillow. And continue reclining. Eventually, when we reach high enough angle, the plate falls off the surface. And that's one of the problems of traditional inversion tables. In order to achieve decompression, stretching the muscles or decompression in the spine, we have to put our body in upside down position or in really high inclination degree. And sometimes it can be very uncomfortable because the blood rushes to the head. Also, it can be very painful on the ankles because eventually you have so much tension and so much pulling force applies to our muscles through the ankles. It can be very uncomfortable. So I'm going to show you a few other examples showing the benefits of the DecoSpine table in comparison to traditional inversion tables. So we have right now our next setup, and in this case it's a 45-pound weight plate which is placed on the inversion table on the frictionless surface. We also have our resistance band. It's a 50-pound resistance band which representing our muscles. And this band, the same as muscles, can easily stretch and contract. So I'm going to show what's going to happen to our muscles when we're going to recline our inversion table. You can see, even at light inclination, the body, in this case 45-pound weight plates that roll on the surface, and it starts lightly increasing the tension in our muscles. The more we recline table, the more stretch we achieve in our muscles. Again, you see, recline table, increase tension, and we're able to achieve more stretch in the muscles. And gradually, the more we increase the inclination of the table, the more stretch we get in our muscles. And naturally, we're going to bring the table back to horizontal position. Our muscles are going to pull back our weight where it was before. So that was the visual example, and it showed how the muscle works. But what does it mean in numbers? When we recline the table, how much of the pulling force actually applies to our muscles? And I'm going to show you in a different experiment, in different setup. We have similar setup. The same 45-pound weight plate that's placed on the frictionless surface, and instead of the resistance band, we're going to use digital scale. That's going to allow us to show how much of the pulling force applied to our muscles when we're going to recline the table. I'm going to use my phone to record the change in the scale, in the weight when I'm going to recline the table. So you see right now we have 0 pounds of the pulling force, and let's start reclining the table and see what's going to happen to our scale. You can see the more recline the table, the more pulling force applies to our muscles. And full inclination have 32 pounds of pulling force. And we're going to start tilting back. And you can see we reduce the inclination, and also amount of pulling force reduces. And it goes back to 0.4 pounds. And as I have said in the beginning, the unique feature of the DecoSpine table is its frictionless surface, which allows the body to freely move in any direction. You can move left and right, up and down the surface. And what does it mean? It means that when we change in the inclination of the table, we can easily change the amount of pulling force that applies to our muscles. So this way we can adjust how much stretch we want to achieve in our muscles, how much of decompression we want to get in our spine. And it can be adjusted for every single person individually. No other table on the market, inversion table or decompression table, have this surface. So one more time, Maxim Korkevich from DecoSpine. Have a good day.